Who?
She doesn't even have a picture on Google. So yelling who might have been the most appropriate response of all time. Yeah, so she was supposed to win that fight going in against Holly. Because Holly's very similar, I think, in where they want her to be in the UFC as Cub Swanson.
Absolutely. Actually, at one time, Holly was just as people were looking forward to her entrance to the UFC, the same, if not more, than Conor McGregor. If you can believe that. Yes. There was so much hype for her debut.
Interesting. I didn't know that. All right.
Yep.
I'm deploying a vehicle. You got to get your own.
What happened? How do you do that?
So you gotta use catch a rides right here.
Oh, there we go.
And then hit, as soon as you load in, hit Q. Yep, I think she's in the same spot as... Actually, we can ride in the same one. Come here.
Ah! I didn't mean to do that.
Go to the back. It says, look up. There's gunner seat. Enter gunner seat. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Cool, you're in the gunner now. Sweet. I don't have to... I could just let you ride along. Yeah, they
Did we leave my dog?
He'll come back. They feed her these young up-and-comers, and against all odds, she wins.
Yeah, but the psychology on that is they're feeding her to these young up-and-comers. They're like, you know, because a part of them, like, they don't want some... They don't really enjoy gatekeepers, in my opinion. Like, they don't want to keep someone around that's going to be beating their potential. Look what happened with Sage Northcutt, you know?
Yeah, but we also found out that Sage Northcutt, as athletic and as amazing as the guy seems, can't really fight that well.
Ah, come on, man. That dude can rip an apple in half.
Yeah, but, like, that doesn't mean he can, you know, compete with with someone who's even somewhat of a world-class striker.
Dude, can you rip an apple in half?
I mean, with enough time, sure. I mean, actually, probably. Now that I'm thinking of it, like, yeah, I could rip an apple in half. I'm not a child. Is it that hard? Someone get me an apple.
You know what's crazy, man, is like, there's something very deceptive about fighting, right? Watching people hit mitts, you would assume that they're these world killers. So you look at a guy like Sage, and you're like, oh man, he's a world killer. This guy looks amazing.
The coolest thing I've ever seen anyone do is they have like a bag or like a something to hit on the ceiling, and he jumps and kicks it straight in the air. And I'm like, this guy's gonna kill everybody. He's going from 135 to 205, and he's fighting everybody and beating everybody.
Throw John Jones right out the octagon.
He's gonna mess him up. No, he can't actually fight that well. Again, I'm not saying he couldn't beat the hell out of me.
Right.
But I'm also not saying I wouldn't last the first round. You know, we might go to round 2 before it gets to a decision. If my corner has to, you know, let them, you know, throw a towel in or something. So, yeah, Sage Northcutt looks so good. Then they give him anybody, and he got destroyed.
He got beat by Mickey Gall. And Mickey Gall would literally choke me to death. He's actually a pretty funny guy, but
he's a good fighter too. He's not bad.
Diego, was it Diego Sanchez that worked him? Yes, it was. Diego absolutely worked him.
Diego Sanchez works a lot of weird people, dude. Yeah. that guy is an anomaly, as anomalies go. He is.
Dude, can you believe he lost to BJ Penn? How sad is that?
When though?
Whoa, way back in the day.
Well, BJ Penn was a good fighter at one point. He won.
Oh, absolutely.
What is he fighting now? 155?
Yes.
He won fights at heavyweight. So this man won fights from 145 to heavyweight or whatever. He won fights all the way up. Yeah, he's gonna beat Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, but that's when the steroids were flowing, man. Back in the good old days.
Good point. Also, Diego Sanchez was supposed to be like a world killer at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah. That's back when Kenny Floyd was running around.
Yeah, that's way back in the day. Way back in the day. But, so, piggybacking this fight talk, we're going to use the Gears footage that wasn't usable and sit down and talk about the fights next weekend after they happen.
Dude, you're building it up like it's like the worst thing ever, man. Some of it's got to be usable. We had to have said something legible.
I watched it back, man. I fell asleep. I use it every night now to fall asleep. It's not something that I'm proud of. You know, I touted myself as being able to play games and talk at the same time. But I played that game, and I said 7 words the entire time, Steve.
Hey, you know what, though? You got some legit kills, man. Chris Weidman's going to light heavyweight, bro. What do you think about that?
Do they have a fight announced for him? He wants to fight Luke, right? He wants to fight Luke Rockhold?
No. Does he really? I don't
think
so. That's
he
a
wanted
bad
to fight.
fight
He
for him.
wanted to. Oh no! Wait, is he fighting Jan Blanchowitz?
Google it.
The guy who beat Luke Rockhold?
That would be amazing if you beat him, man.
Okay, Google. When is Chris Weidman's next fight?
I think you want to get the weather forecast. Is that right?
No.
Yes, Google.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay, well, we're actually gonna Google this one. Chris Weidman. I probably should have just looked up Chris Weidman's next fight. Next fight. Okay. No. He fights that same. No, he fights on the 18th. He fights on the 18th against Dominic Reyes.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's the main event of that fight night.
That kid's got a lot of smoke behind him too, man.
Reyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to get the next shot at
Jones.
At Jones, right? Well, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like if I join the 205 division right now, got 1 win, have the next shot at Jones.
Oh yeah.
There's nobody there. John Jones is at the top, so there's really no incentive to, join the 205 division. Who thinks they can beat John Jones? Everybody. Who can beat John Jones? Nobody.
But
sorry.
This is
Matt
the problem
Hamill.
that the UFC's had for a long time.
Mark,
the deaf guy, the hearing impaired guy,
the guy that beat John Jones with
with
headbutts to the
elbows.
elbow.
Matt Hamill?
Matt Hamill?
No, that's the Joker.
Matt Hamill, then.
Yeah.
Okay. So, only person who can beat Jones is Matt Hamill, with headbutts to the elbow.
It's true. And he won that convincingly.
With headbutts to the elbow. Again. I'm going to keep saying that because that's hilarious. In other news, right? Covington versus Usman finally got finalized in a number 245.
I am so pumped for that fight, dude.
So how do you think that goes? Because that's more of an interesting fight to me than, or not more of an interesting fight, because I think right now maybe the most interesting fight of the year is Whittaker versus Stylebender. But that is who's gonna win that fight? I think even more so than Stylebender Whittaker, because is Usman gonna show up as the counter striker that he was against Woodley? Or is he going to show up as the pressure wrestler that he is?
Well, I think that he showed up more as the pressure, straightforward on Woodley, which, by the way, was the perfect strategy for Woodley, dude. Because if you ever watch Woodley's fight with Rory McDonald, and even Kelvin Gastelum, he welts under that type of pressure, dude. But it's really
and both Wonderboy fights.
Yeah, well, I mean,
one Wonderboy fight. Did you fight him twice?
Twice. And that's when we found out Wonderboy gets knocked out every time 5 seconds before the fight's over. Or gets knocked down. He's like, I'm doing good. And then he's going down. He's going down, dude.
Wonderboy is like, he doesn't fight very often from what I've seen. Because I feel like he always either gets knocked out or injured after a fight. But man, can that guy fight.
I'm out of ammo. I'm right in front of the Gatling gun. This is the worst
I am too.
Mr. Chu is dying.
I got it. I'm reviving you. Oh, no, I'm not. Good luck. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, but Covington and Usman, the way I see it playing out is one of them is obviously going to have to take a step back at some point, and that step back is going to be pivotal to that person being controlled for the duration of that round or the remainder of that fight. It's really going to be whose will breaks first. And I hate saying that because that's such a cop-out, but when you have two guys who wrestle that well and that much pressure wrestling and chain wrestling, it's going to probably become a slugfest until someone eventually breaks. Because they'll be constantly they'll constantly be defending
the takedown
and trips over into the cage. You know it's going to be a lot of clinch work. It's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
so
be a
pumped.
really good fight. I'm excited for it for sure.
I'm actually looking forward to whenever they announce. When is the Damian Maya friggin'
I think
what's this guy?
that's the 18th.
Really? That
12?
and Ben Askren?
No. Yeah, Friday the 18th, I think. No, wait, no. I'm excited for the 18th because that's when Joe Lozon fights again.
Joe Lozon, that's my guy.
No, the 26th. Damian Maya versus Ben Askren in Singapore.
You know who I like, but
It
my
was the
wife
26th.
absolutely hates him? Is
Nate Diaz,
Clay.
Anthony Pettis,
Yes.
DC.
Clay Guida. She hates all of them. She hates a lot of fighters. Yo, at this point, she is much more of a fighting fan than I am. Like, she watches the embeddeds, the weigh-ins, everything, dude. Like, she should be a bookie. Like, she's up on the information, dude. Like, she sends me stuff. She's my source of information when it comes to fighting, dude.
I feel like it's between me and her.
Exactly. Most of the time, when you say something, I'm like, what? When did they announce that, dude?